America, fuck yeah. What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're taking a look at another MCU review. Yesterday we took a look at Captain America the First Avenger. Now we are taking a look at Captain America the Winter Soldier. And tomorrow we are taking a look at Captain America Civil War. However, we are going through all the MCU on the channel, so there is going to be a little bit of a timeline scuff because I have done some reviews in the past, but I have never done one on Captain America, so you get the full Captain America trilogy here on the channel over the next couple of days. And if you are noticing something weird in the bottom left of these film reviews, yes, I'm going to be swapping it out, swapping and changing between live action, animation, and anime. Every sort of review is going to have its own little mascot in the bottom left corner. Because this is a live action movie, you're going to get a live action PNG Tyler here to talk about the movie, which is very, very exciting. Making new upgrades to the channel because I feel like having the same little mascot in the bottom left for everything is going to get boring and old and stale very quickly. So just a little bit of a sort of design change for these videos, but without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say. So, Captain America the Winter Soldier is a 2014 action-adventure movie. It is no longer a sci-fi, this is now an adventure movie, and it came out 3 years after the first one. So we had time to let this one cook, let this one mature, let this one really sell itself. It is 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it is a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, and 90% Rotten Tomatoes, so 10% better than the last one, and 4.7 out of 5 on Amazon. You can watch it on Google Play, YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. Steve Rogers, along with Black Widow and the Falcon, must uncover the secrets hiding within S.H.I.E.L.D., while also battling a dangerous new enemy who is only known as the Winter Soldier. Alright, so this movie is more like a spy movie, I'm gonna say. It doesn't really fit like the World War sort of history movie that we had last time. It does have a tonal shift for this movie, and it does continue the trend of Scarlet Witch appearing in the second movie of every Avengers movie. Like, for Iron Man, guess who appeared in the second Iron Man movie? Scarlet Witch. I can see this becoming a trend. When I watch Thor 2 for the first time ever, I'll let you know if she continues that trend for all the main Avengers. Hulk never got a second movie, so I guess we'll never know if she would have completed the hat trick. I don't know. Right, so how the story actually goes is with Captain America working for S.H.I.E.L.D., just sort of running, doing his life, living his life, sort of getting used to this new time period. He's running, and he gets like a gym partner, like a gym bro, a running partner in the Falcon, who, he picks up to become the Falcon. He actually hires him to become the Falcon because they actually become quite close. So then, he brings him into S.H.I.E.L.D., and they get along with Natasha Romanoff, who is also coming along for this journey. They go and take a look at a couple of Hydra bases because someone has been destroying New York City and half of America, searching for, like, S.H.I.E.L.D., I believe. I genuinely forget what the villains are looking for because they're, like, infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. There's, like, a couple of agents in S.H.I.E.L.D. that are working for Hydra, and anyway, Captain America fights the Winter Soldier and then works out that it's Bucky and has like a revelation where he's like, holy shit, I'm not fighting Bucky, I love Bucky. And then Natasha goes to talk to the United Nations to be like, yo, I'm not fighting Bucky, and she just stalls for time pretty much before they all go all out nuclear war on Bucky's ass because all the helicarriers start flying into the air because apparently there's more than one. Something I never knew, gonna be honest, I thought there was only one. But that's what they're after. Hydra wanna sort of, bring all the helicarriers into the air. So Captain America and Falcon fight Winter Soldier on one of the helicarriers to bring down all of them. Captain America also drowns, but Bucky has a slight change of heart and saves him from drowning, and that's pretty much where the movie ends. Like I said, very quick run through. Gotta be honest, the superhero suits in this movie are sick. In this movie, I think Falcon is shit because I do prefer the comic book Falcon where he has actual wings and he's kind of like Hawks from My Hero and can shoot those fake wings out of his back. Like, he can shoot the feathers out of the wings, and he can also talk to his pet Falcon. I forget what it's called, I think it's called Hawk or some shit. That version of Falcon is way fucking better, not gonna lie. I don't like this sort of new MCU theme where everyone is like roboticized and sort of techie. Even Spider-Man having web shooters, I think, is a fair limitation to sort of bring him back down to earth a little bit. but I still don't like it. I don't like how techy it is, and I don't like how he has basically Alexa in his suit, and I don't like how there's so many techie factors in all of the MCU. Like, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel like superheroes. It just feels like a load of Batmen running around. And Batman's cool, fair, but there is, you know, there's others out there. There's others out there. I prefer that. I prefer having multiple people out there. You know, but the fights between Captain America and the Winter Soldier are pretty cool because, you know, it is not just following the standard trope of, like, hero fighting the evil version of himself, which this movie does fall under, and that does get a little bit stale, a little bit boring, but I do quite like the Winter Soldier, and I do quite like why he's the evil variation. It's not just like, oh, he has evil motives. It's not like he's evil, and they make it someone close to him. They make it someone that is being brainwashed, so it adds just like extra levels of character development, extra levels of depth, extra levels of like interest to this character, which I quite like, because it makes him stand out a little bit more than just a generic villain, which isn't that interesting, and it makes him stand out more as a character, which I do like as well. The final battle is really cool because they're falling like through a helicarrier, which is coming straight into the ocean. That's just badass. That is high stakes, and those stakes have been built up throughout this entire movie. This movie's action sequences are few and far between, but they are fucking sick. We have the iconic fight on the freeway, we have the iconic fight in the elevator, and then we have the helicarrier fight, and they are like the biggest three fights in this movie, and like I said, they're few and far between, but they fucking slap. They go hard. Those action sequences are really fucking cool. It is just a bunch of CGI, but I don't give a shit. It looks cool. It actually impacts the story and influences the story, because the first fight, when they're fighting on the freeway, that introduces Bucky. That sort of gives us the development of finding out that the Winter Soldier is actually Bucky, and that's a turning point for Captain America. Another turning point is when he's fighting in the elevator against all the Hydra agents. That just adds an extra level of like, oh shit, S.H.I.E.L.D. is corrupt. There is some corrupt soldiers, some corrupt agents in S.H.I.E.L.D. So it just adds that sort of extra level of distrust, that extra level of shock and sort of story to this movie. It just adds that extra layer, and it's really fucking good. The final fight is obviously the climax one, and also is the sort of turning point to give Bucky a start to his hero arc, to him turning into a good guy, and I like that. I like that final fight sort of changes him a little bit. I do prefer Bucky with a long hair, not gonna lie. As a long-haired king myself, I can see and respect another long-haired king. He is also one of the main reasons why I wanted long hair, because I genuinely thought it looked fucking good on him. It is quite thick and like very like really fucking good, not gonna lie. His hair is really fucking good. And his mask goes hard as well. This is what I thought I looked like when COVID was a thing, by the way. Walking around with my COVID mask on, I felt like the fucking Winter Soldier. Did I look like the Winter Soldier? No. I looked like a fucking quirked up white boy. And, yeah, that's, pretty much all my thoughts on Bucky. I think he's an interesting character. His metal arm's cool, and his character arc is cool, and it definitely sets it up to be expanded in future movies, and this one is a great second film in the Captain America trilogy, because in the trilogy it is sort of like peak story of these two characters and their relationship and them growing as like characters. I think this is an incredible story arc for that trilogy, and I'm a little upset with the third one, but I'll talk about that one a little bit more tomorrow in tomorrow's video, where we take a look at the final one of Captain America's trilogy. So if you are interested in that, please do consider, subscribing and taking a look at the channel, hitting the notification bell, and coming back tomorrow if you want to find out more. Gonna be honest, I absolutely love this movie. It is great. It is another 8 out of 10. It is a movie that I can watch over and over and over again. Just Bucky himself makes this movie. Bucky himself is so fucking cool. He is the best in this movie. Like, he is by far the best character, and I'm not taking anything else. He is brilliant. He is the one. You know, he's the guy. He's great. I love him. He's just the perfect sort of villain, like the anti sort of hero, like the one that is like them but opposite. He just makes it so well. It is so good, and his character design is incredible as well. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Captain America's stealth suit in this movie. I think it looks shit. I don't like the muted colors. His stealth suit doesn't look good. Again, like I said, very sort of techie, and I don't like how techie it looks. I know it's not techie, like it doesn't have any tech on it whatsoever. It just looks techie, and I don't like that. I don't like how techie it looks. So, other than that, I hope you all did enjoy this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. I hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. If you do want me to review any of the movies after I've reviewed the MCU and the DCEU, please do let me know down in the comments below. I'll watch them. I'm always looking for recommendations. I'm always looking for more things to watch, and I'll review it as soon as possible. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next one, and goodbye.